We were hoping to see how you embroidered the steering wheel cover, what hoop did you use, how did you embroider the steering wheel. So that seems to be a recurring theme. I happen to have an extra one right here in my hand, and we're gonna show you step by step from start to finish just how we did it. Let's go. All right, so before we start embroidering on the steering wheel cover, we're gonna come up with the design first. So let's just mark it out real quick, and then we're gonna go digitize it, and then we're gonna show you how to hoop it and get everything done. So for now, here's our steering wheel cover, and it's a circle. And what I wanna do is we're gonna make this for Janae. We're just gonna put G-A-N-A-E across the top. So we're gonna have like a cool racing font because she's a speed demon and she likes to go fast. And then I'm gonna put some type of flower kind of going across the steering wheel like this. So this is what we're gonna need to make this happen. I'm gonna be using the 10 by 10 Mighty Hoop. We are gonna be using some of our Wonder Vinyl. This is the red color to put under the letters of the name Janae. And we're also gonna use some white for the flowers. So you can use any type of block out. In this case, we're just using our Wonder Vinyl. We're just peeling the backing off of it and using it without the backing. We're not gonna heat press it on. We're just gonna lay it on it as that. Before we hoop it, we need to find the center of the steering wheel cover. So this is my seam. I don't wanna embroider on the seam. So I'm gonna keep this on the bottom of the steering wheel. And then I put a pin right where the top is. So that's gonna mark my top. So one thing that you have to keep in mind with the Mighty Hoops is that the magnets right where the bracket is, there are no magnets here. But there is one right there. As you can see, it's holding on really tight. There are no magnets there, but there is one here and another one here. So when I hoop this, I want to make sure that I put the steering wheel cover along this area so that I make sure I get maximum compression and maximum hold. So first we're just gonna take this, stretch it out, and put it right on the hoop like this. Okay? And it's not important where it is right now. We're just gonna keep it like this, and we're gonna hoop it. So I'm gonna put it in like that, so I want my U to be facing the machine, and that's it. So right now you'll notice it's very loose. So this material is meant to be stretched, and you wanna stretch it out before you embroider it because it will be stretched out on your steering wheel. So we're just gonna take this, and just stretch it out and get it as tight as possible. So you can see it's already starting to get flat. So now it's just a matter of making sure that this is right in the center of the hoop so that when we embroider it, we go right in the middle. We're gonna measure how thick that is. So that's about a 2-inch area. We have 2 inches of space to embroider on. So I'll make sure my design falls within that spot. And we have about 9.5 inches. Okay, so that's the middle. We're gonna put it in the hoop just like this or into the machine just like that. And we might float some stabilizer on the back. The back of it is somewhat rubbery and I don't want it to get snagged on the needle plate. So I'm gonna put a little bit of backing underneath it just so that it slides along. For the digitizing, I chose a pre-digitized flower and resized it 4 times. And then finally, it was just a matter of using the satin stitch to create the stems. And once I had the stems done, I just pushed it all to the back so that the flowers would be on top and duplicated it. For the font, this font is already included in your Ricoma, and it was a cool font that looked like racing, so that's what I picked. So I've got my backing, my cover up, and everything is hooped. We've got the memory stick in. We're gonna hit select design, where it's on the USB, and there it is. Select, save to machine. I'm gonna save it under my name. All right, we're gonna go back to machine, go to my folder. There it is, right there, and select it. And we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna select the hoop. It's the 10 by 10. We can just select it, yes. Sometimes you wanna select it so that you let the machine articulate and get back to the resting position. So you know exactly where you are. The color, I want it to be this red right here. So that's a good thing that we did that color red, and let's save it. It's just a single color, and we're gonna put it in embroidery mode. Perfect, the speed is fine. Let's slow it down just a little bit. We wanna, okay, now let's put the hoop in. All right, we're gonna put the hoop in. And remember, the U is away from us. All right, I'm going to take the hoop and make it go towards the take-up lever or the pressure foot, the needle plate here. And here we go. I'm supporting it just a little bit. Now I'm gonna slow it down, go down to the middle, and I'm gonna take the pressure foot and bring it down. So I have my needle showing me where the center is. So I'm just gonna center it onto the pin and bring it back a little bit. And that looks like that's about the middle right there. So now while I'm still holding this, I'm going to trace it. Make sure that it's nice and parallel. And that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, now let's take the pin out. Remember, I'm going to float my tearaway backing. So this is just gonna go right in there, right underneath it. Just like that. And last but not least, we're gonna take our block out, or our Wonder vinyl, or any type of red vinyl or red block out that you have, and just place it right there. Okay, and we're ready to go. The bobbin is already checked, it's ready, and we're gonna start. I'm just holding it down just a little bit so it holds onto it, and once it starts, I'm letting go. That's it. Now we let it finish. Woohoo, it's all done. All right, check that out. So now we can just peel this right off. Take the rest off later, but look at that, that's looking real nice. And then since it's tearaway in the back, we do the same thing. Now it's just a matter of rotating the steering wheel, and we're gonna start with the right side first, then do the left side. Okay, just like that. So we are gonna change the design, so we have to go back, take it off of embroidery mode. We're gonna go to select design. I already put it on my folder, but there it is, Carl, and I'm going to use this little flower right here, and we're gonna select it. So I want the flowers to be in line with the steering wheel, so I'm gonna rotate it and just lay it flat. And one thing that I'm gonna do is, instead of repeating the same design twice the same way it is, I'm going to alternate them. So one of them is gonna go like this, and on the next time around, I'm gonna flip it and do it the other way so that they're kind of going in a nice S pattern, and I'll do the same thing on both sides. Now remember, this is the Wonder vinyl, and all you have to do is peel the vinyl from the backing, from the carrier sheet. And you can use any type of blocker, any type of topper will work really. So I'm just peeling this off. And this is gonna be the base for the flowers. This is just in case. We really don't need it, but I'm putting it just in case. And you can just float it in, just like that. Again, that'll keep the rubber underneath from sticking to the needle plate. Okay, now that that's stopped, we're gonna put our blocker for the flowers. And I am gonna hold it down just a little bit, because sometimes it'll stick to it just a hair, but once it's in for the first couple stitches, we're good to go. That's it. So we're gonna peel this off. Look at the stem, it's already there. See that? Nice and pretty like. Now we're gonna move it over. It's already centered, so we're just gonna move it over, reposition it, and let it start again. Look at that, perfect.
Wait for the drums.
Look at that. That's pretty. So this is why you have to stretch it out before you embroider it, because look, see how it gets all, but once you stretch it, look how nice it looks. See that? I got Janae's key. She doesn't know I have them. We're gonna surprise her. So if you look inside, the interior of her car is nice and red, and it's gonna go great with these red accents. So let's just put this on. If you want to check out the original steering wheel, check out this video from SEMA. We're going to leave a link to it in the card above and in the description below. And as always, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming up with the next great content. Bye!